Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 2 common mistakes that make orchids not bloom. But before we get started on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell beside the subscribe button that says notifications, and allow all notifications so you can be updated on Brad's greenhouse videos. So now let's get started on 2 main reasons that orchids simply don't bloom. So first reason, and this is a beautiful Paphiopedilum slipper orchid. This is called Paphiopedilums. Nice bloomer for me. It is a warm grower, and it blooms for me seasonally. Because it's a species, it blooms for me seasonally about this time of year. One of the reasons this guy blooms for me so well is it has warm temperatures, but it has fluctuations in those warm temperatures. In the summertime, it is hot in the warm side of the greenhouse, and it cools down a little bit at night, but it has a fluctuation. And then in the wintertime, it's not hot in the greenhouse, but it's warm in the greenhouse, and it still has that cool down at nighttime in order to simulate seasons and simulate when it's time to bloom. And they really do know, as the weather gets warmer and the nighttime lows don't get as low and the daytime highs get higher, they start to grow. And opposite happens in the fall, when the nighttime lows, even though it's warm, start to get cooler. They know it's time to put up their spikes for the winter time. So that is one of the #1 reasons that an orchid will not bloom for you, is it does not have temperature fluctuations. Now, we don't want a warm growing plant to go really cold, and we don't want a cold growing plant to go really warm. The next plant I'm going to show you with the next reason an orchid may not bloom is going to be a cool growing plant. Now this one is another nice one here. So this is a Cymbidium orchid, and this Cymbidium smells really good. I really like this. It's a nice miniature one. Believe it or not, this is a small Cymbidium. I had to stop growing the ones that got massive. They were like as big as me. I just didn't have space for something that took up 3 square feet, like a 3x3 section. So like 9 square feet of space. It was crazy. So I kept just a few of these little guys. Sadly, I lost the tag for this one, and I don't remember what it is. But it is lovely, little, and blooms regularly for me. It's not a fast grower, but gets a bulb or 2 a year. And there's last year's spike that I'm still yet to cut off. But what do I do to get this one to bloom? So it's a cool grower. So you say, well, you must cool down the temperatures. Well, that's right. Just like with the other one, we cool down the temperatures in the wintertime, because that happens regularly anyways. But it's also all about light. So orchids take cues seasonally from the light too. So if you have all your temperature is dropping, but you're growing under lights and you have it on for say 14 hours a day, we need to reduce that in the wintertime. Go to like 12 hours a day and see what happens, or even go to 10 hours a day. So this guy in the summertime, believe it or not, he's the opposite. He gets shaded conditions all summer long and doesn't get a whole lot of light. Then come winter, I actually increase the light for this guy, but decrease it for the other guy. So you have to figure out what these plants actually want, but it's all about seasonal cues, right? So this guy wants an increase in light. Where he normally grows, he lives in deciduous forests, and in the wintertime they drop their leaves and the light shines in. In the summertime it's all leafy and it's all shaded for him. So this guy I put in bright light come fall, but the lighting is still reduced. It's fall lighting sort of, and seems to just know seasonally that when the light starts to, although get brighter, but for shorter periods of time, it's time to put out the spikes. So we'll go back to our first example here, because he's less confusing and less opposite. Cymbidiums are really sometimes tricky to grow. I have full videos just on growing Cymbidiums. I will put a link to some of the Cymbidium videos in the description below, so that you can find those, because Cymbidiums are tricky plants. But slipper orchids here, so this guy, he's getting a decrease in temperature. He's getting a decrease in light as well in the wintertime. So he still grows warm, but he grows less warm. He still grows bright, but he grows less bright, because I'm doing artificial lighting a lot more in the wintertime, and B, it's just not as bright on that side of the greenhouse. Normally in the summertime, he might get 12 to 18 hours of like good sunshine coming through. Not direct sun because they're shade cloth, but bright. And in the winter, it's down to more like 10 to 12 hours with supplemental light, because he's not getting much sun over there right now at all, but consistently blooms. So anyways, I hope you like that or this video. 2 tips on why your orchids will not bloom for you. Drops in temperature and fluctuations in lighting seasonally. So anyways, there we go. I hope you like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye guys.